Okay, guys, you saw the clickbait, you saw the title, and before I get into that, I just want everyone that knows me in person to take this as a piece of art or something. Please don't bring this up in personal life. I haven't told anyone about this, and this is more of gonna be on social media. And I just want my story to be heard from people that maybe have gone through the same thing and understand, and maybe want to, see ways to deal with certain aspects that no one ever talks about with men. And it's a deep rooted thing in our society that we don't talk about, and I haven't talked about it to anyone except my counselor and my father. Really, honestly, you know what I mean. It's something that stays into the family, and a lot of people are scared to tell because it's embarrassing, and it's a vulnerable moment that we have as men. Um, I was 7 when that happened to me. After moving back to Michigan when my mom left me, I was greeted with my father and my stepmother, and everything was perfectly decent. It was decent until my older family member sexually assaulted me, and I kept that in with me for so long. I haven't told anyone. Um, I wasn't met with justice when I was younger. My parents, my dad, when I lived with him, didn't. I was met with silence, and I think that's what with a lot of men are. We're met with silence, and it creates almost a rhetoric that we have to follow where we don't talk about it. And when we hit puberty, that's when we're able to do something about it. And then how are we supposed to control our anger? And I grew up violent almost, enraged because you want to have a point to prove. You want to be strong. You want to be not vulnerable anymore. And with stuff like that, you can't take anger. Like, it's terrible, man. And it is. And I'm here for you guys. And to get more into the story, it's just what it happened to me, and it's not what defines me, but it's what it creates, my perception on everything, and it helps me, help other people, all these other people that have dealt with these same things or dealing with it now. Tell your truth. I was so scared to tell. I was scared to tell everyone. I don't know why. I was 7, you know what I mean? I was younger, and it almost felt like it was my fault. But it's never your fault, guys. I promise you, it's not your fault why this is happening to you or why it did happen to you. You don't have to tell me this. You don't have to tell me anything. You don't have to, but tell a respected, counselor, a law enforcement. Tell the person that will take care of it. I was met with silence. I was met with silence from my family. Since it was a family problem, it kept it in the family, and I was met with silence, and that holds it in with me. And I promise you guys, you do not want that silence to be there the whole time, because all it's going to create is just more collateral damage down the line. All you're going to do is just hate yourself for everything, and throughout my life I've done that. I've tried to find different, remedies for my health, remedies to make me feel better, but the thing is, what made me feel better was talking about it. Like, I swear to God, the person that I talked to about it first was my counselor. I didn't tell anyone else. I have never told anyone else. You know what I mean? I only told my family, and I was met with silence. I was never able to hear another person's opinion. I didn't want to tell anyone else because I just felt so embarrassed. And I wasn't met with justice back then, so why would I be met with justice now? You know what I mean? But it's never too late. Never too late. Get that understood now. It's never too late. And you're not alone. You're not alone in whatever you're dealing with. You're not alone in anything. Text me in the comments. My Instagram is LILMANNNY, Little Manny. I promise you. Text me anything. Text me on, YouTube. My email. Just ask. I promise you guys. I can talk to you about my, anything. I can talk to you about your story. I'll listen to you guys. It's not me talking. I have personal problems myself, and this is why I wanted to give you this backstory. I'm gonna go deep into more. I'm gonna go deep more into it, but I needed to give you a discography of my life so you can understand and indulge in these things that I'm saying to you. Understand it. What I've said is it. It's nothing, you know. Honestly, as I was saying, guys, it's so deep rooted into our society that we don't have a voice. We're supposed to be that men, the one that carries, the family around and doing these things. You can talk, bro. You can be vulnerable. I was planning on full on crying, you know, on this video. Honestly, I thought I was going to cry, and honestly, I'm not. I'm not. But I was just crying earlier, and I posted a video. I'm going to post a video, later. It's okay to show your emotions, If anyone thinks you're less masculine for that, I promise you're not, bro. I mean, I've had plenty of women, and I could have more. You know what I mean? It not even to have that summary of things, but there's so much, people out there, and it's not about that. It's not about women. It's not about men. It's about you. Understand that you have whatever you want, and and you're not alone because that happened to you. You're not alone, and you're not you're not different. Like, you're not alone. You seclude yourself from that, and that's what I did with myself. I secluded all of my personal problems into this little file right here. You know what I mean? In the corner of my mind that I didn't have anyone else to relate with, and I would hear stories from other people, women more of, but it's just so much stories and stories of terrible things, and they're able to talk about it, and I was just quiet, you know. But that's just how it was. It was it's a taboo thing to say as a man that you were sexually assaulted. Why would that ever happen to you? It shouldn't, right? But it did. When being younger, you can't do anything about it. You literally can't do anything about it, and understand that it's not your fault. It is not your fault that someone else did something to you. As you coped with whatever way you could have. You know what I mean? And understand that you are not the problem. You are a victim of what happened to you. Understand that you will grow, and you'll get out of this, and it will be forever with you. But that part of you is just a fucking a smither of who you are as a person and your total potential. That does not define you whatsoever. But you're able to talk and say what you want and stuff like that. It's beautiful, guys. And honestly, I wanted to make this a quick video, and I wanted to get my point across fast. I didn't want to say all of these extra things, but just know, as a man, you are loved and you are seen. I promise you guys, I love you.